It says,
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trendske show. This is KK Cedrick on the Alternative Voice. It's great to have you once again coming into our show. And as always, I shall be taking you through the items that have been trending all week long, and as well as I'll be taking you through that conversation. We have a conversation tonight, and let me just bring you up to speed with the conversation that we are going to have tonight. We are hosting one amazing lady, all-round lady by the name of Abby. So we are having Abby Chebet on the show. This is the conversation we are going to have about feminism and women empowerment, as well as the youth. As you know, today has been the International Youth Day, so we shall be speaking a bit about the struggles that the youth go through and how you can hold that up. So keep your questions and comments coming about that discussion that we are going to have with Abby, and I hope we shall be seeing you in a few just after our trending topics. So, a lot has been happening this week. So much has been trending online on the internet, that's on Twitter and other social media platforms for the entire weekend. First, what was happening last week? We were having the marathon Tokyo Olympics, and Tokyo Olympics came to a conclusion last week, and Team Kenya actually played their role very well. They did their part very well, and I shall be bringing you up to speed with some of those things that were happening there at the Tokyo Olympics. Our very own, the God himself, Eliud Kipchoge. You can see there, watu wameanguka chini. The guy is receiving them as though he was not actually running the race. That's Eliud Kipchoge, the man, the myth, the legend himself. The man ran the race. Yani alikimbia akaacha watu nyuma. By the time he was finishing, it was like he was very much alone in that race. And then we had a Kenyan coming in the fourth position in that marathon that happened on Sunday. And it was very amazing to see Kipchoge win it. And also another Kenyan did win. We have this one here, very amazing picture of a Kenyan under the Kenyan flag celebrating that victory there. But also something else that happened was that we had very many athletes winning who are Kenyans but not living in Kenya. So and that's very much unfortunate. And there has been a discussion to know why they are leaving the country. Most probably it's because of the things that were happening that are happening in the country. Probably they are not being paid very well. As you can see, that's a top shop somewhere on Oxford Street. I saw someone posted there, very much being appreciated, and on a marketing platform there. That's our very own God, Eliud Kipchoge. That's not in Kenya actually. So, but they happened to arrive in the country. Last night, was it last night? Or yeah, that was last night. But and the reception was very much poor. So that's another thing that we have to be worried about. No one was concerned after all that they have done. And I'm being told somewhere in Uganda, the athletes there were received very well, and they were given some vehicles. They were actually given cars by the president, Yoweri Museveni. M7 is way ahead of us, even though people are having issues with him. They are very way ahead of us in terms of appreciating the athletes. So it was a very good work done from our athletes there. And then something else that was happening, those who love football, Messi. It was a mess for another team there who are hoping to have Messi on their squad. Unfortunately, those guys could not get him. That's Messi there, and I think I'll just have to move that banner so that you can see very well what that is. So hao ni jamaa wa Arsenal pale wanajaribu kuambia Messi njoo huku, Messi anawaambia hapana. That's it. That's Arsenal struggling hard to have Messi on their squad, but they can't. So Messi has moved to France. He's currently signed with PSG, that's Paris Saint-Germain, on a deal which shall see him play for PSG, and that will be a great team to look forward to. And do you know what Messi is earning? Have a look at this. That's Messi's earning approximately, from what I have seen on the net, that's converting the euros. The guy is earning 140 shillings per second. By the time anapumua hivi akiwa France, hiyo ni pesa inaingia. Kupumua tu peke yake. Every second, that's money coming in. 140 shillings per second. My friend. Hiyo ni kazi watu wanafanya. So that's it, and the EPL has finally come back. Watu wanataka kuanza kisirani ya game. Guys from Chelsea, Peter George, I don't know if he is watching the show. They are about to start causing a lot of uproar on the internet. Then something else that was happening that I want to inform you. This is the wife to, I don't know if they are not married yet, to Guardian Angel, and she allegedly drew eyebrows for how much? 40k, 40,000 Kenya shillings. Eyebrows fresh. Zile zinakatwa zinatolewa alafu zinachorwa upya. Hizo ni permanent sasa. So she has drawn permanent eyebrows for 40,000 Kenya shillings. Can you spend that much on your eyebrows? Can you? And as that was happening, talking of spending money, kuna jamaa aliamua kushtua wananchi. That guy decided to shtua wananchi there, and by hiring a chopper and going for a proposal on a chopper, my friend. Hiyo sasa sijui kama ndio wanaita class. That guy and someone, I saw someone commenting saying that he should, after hiring a whole chopper, he should not have written there, will you marry me? As though he's trying to beg. But those are views of Kenyans on Twitter. So that is Messi and his family arrived at PSG, that's Paris Saint-Germain in France, ready to kick the game off. And thank you very much for those of you who are tuning into the show. Welcome to Trendske. My name is KK Cedrick. As I told you, we are having that conversation just in a few minutes to come with Abby Chebet. She will be talking to us about so many things that she has been doing, including innovation. They have an innovation project which they are going for the finals in the UK. She will be talking to us about that and many other things. You can see my good lawyer there, Mandela, is tuned into the show. Thank you very much, sir, for tuning into the show, and welcome very much. Finally, let me show you a certain clip. There is a guy, talking of proposals, there is a guy who got married, and I'm wondering if he just woke up the following day and wondered, how did I get married? How? When? Look at this guy at his way.
Законные мужья Степана. Степан, согласен ли ты взять законные жены Елизавету? Скрепите ваш союз кольцами. Кольца, где кольца? Степан, помогите.
Как место называется?
Объявляю вас мужем и женой.
Look, you will wake up the following day and the guys are telling you that you got married. Utaambia nini watu? How did that just happen? How do you just go to your wedding drunk? Have you been forced? Is it a planned wedding that you had not prepared for? So and then hii Kanairo, hii town ni iko na visanga by the way. Kuna jamaa alipigwa ngeta mbaya sana. There are some corners in this town which if you try to use them at your own risk. I want you to have a look at this other clip here. Did you see that? And they are walking as though nothing happened. Yani jamaa amekutwa akapigwa ngeta akanyang'anywa kila kitu, and the guys are walking like nothing happened. This town, life is hard. Life is really hard in this town. You have to be prepared for anything and everything. So we shall be getting into that interview just in a while, and I just wanted to inform you that Chibude from Tanzania has bought that sculpture you're seeing there in a bling bling, anawekelea kwa shingo 5 million Kenya shillings. Sasa hizi ndio vitu zinafanya watu kupigwa ngeta, lakini hawa wako na security. That's worth 5 million, and you can see how it looks, something like naambiwa hiyo design ilifaa kuwa ya kichwa ya binadamu na simba ziko combine, lakini mtu alicheza nayo sijui aliunda kitu gani. That is supposed to be costing 5 million Kenya shillings. 5 million. Yeah, and he's working with 5 million on his neck. Wa Tanzania hiyo pesa yote. Lakini tukisema wa Tanzania pia kuna jambo lingine ambalo sijui kama kaka yetu kutoka Tanzania ako tuned in. Kuna Watanzania wanalalamika mahali na wanalalamika ya kwamba, wacha tuangalie hapa. They are saying you should stop finishing breast milk for the children. Tanzanian men told. For me, honestly I can't understand how that's happening. I don't know how Tanzanian men are finishing children's breast milk. I don't understand. If you are understanding all these things, please tell me what is happening. Au itabidi tuwaombee, itabidi tuwaweke katika maombi muhimu sana tena sana. So I think we shall be having that for our trends today because of time. If we remain with a few time, we still have much which we might go through some time later. So I'm about to bring to you our guest tonight. That is Abby Chebet. We are having her tonight to talk about just a lot. She does so many things, and you will just want to sit and listen to her, and I'm very sure that you're going to leave this conversation with a lot of information that you will have learned. So stick around and make sure that you be part of this conversation that we are getting into with Abby. So I shall be bringing her up, and there she is. Hello, good evening, Abby. Thank you very much for finding time for us on the show.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, and so we shall be getting right into this conversation. Today is the International Youth Day, and I want us to talk about that just for a bit before we get into the rest of the conversation about what you are doing. And as we celebrate the International Youth Day, just a random question. Where do you think we as the Kenyan youth are in terms of making a life out of ourselves in regards to like personal employment and job creation, because many people out there are saying the government is not giving them jobs. So where do you think the Kenyan youth stands tonight in regards to being able to create something out of themselves?
Well, I feel like, okay, to the positive side, there's a big percentage of young people who are up for the task, like they're doing their best in the different fields that they are in. They are trying to just bring solutions to problems that are around. And at the same time, we have this percentage of young people who are just idle. They're into drugs, like into all sorts of vices, because lately we've been hearing of the many cases of murders, cases of, theft of kids, like so many vices in our society that you get to realize that the rise of robbery and all that stuff is as well high. And this other side as well of people like coming out and doing great stuff to change their communities is also high. So I think we're just supposed to have a conversation between the people who are taking up spaces and the people who are still lagging behind, because yeah, there's some space, there's a gap that really needs to be filled. Yeah.
Yes, we need to have a conversation, and we are having that conversation right now. You are an innovator, you are a business lady, you are a student, and you have a foundation which you are running. How are you doing all that and still managing to have a life outside that?
Okay. I think when someone mentions like everything like one by one, that's why you get to realize, oh, by the way, I think these are quite a number of stuff. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's yes, it's majorly like we have so much time. We had COVID. I mean, like from the foundation part, which I started when I just joined campus, was my quest to bring change in my community. Then going ahead to create a business that was out of COVID-19, where you're idling from home, you're like, what can I do? What can I learn? Yes, what are my interests and how can I translate them to something that can earn me income? So the baking side of it was out of COVID. The innovation part of it as well started out of COVID because we needed a solution for COVID, where we had an automated hand washing station. That's where it started, and then now that's how we built up to 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 being part of now the competition that we are in. I mean, I think things just unfold, and then you realize there's space here. There's a need for a solution in this particular part of the world, of part of our society, and you're like, yeah, why not? Why can I not do it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And you had told me earlier about the business that you do. First of all, what course are you studying currently, and does it have any influence on you deciding to get into business?
Yes, it's a business course. I'm studying Bachelor of Commerce, specializing in finance, and so that's what I'm studying. I'm in my third year at Multimedia University of Kenya.
Yeah. So tell us about the business you're running and how exactly you got into that specific business. There are so many other things that you could have done. So what actually made you to choose that, and how is it coming around? Is it having some cash in it?
Okay, so the business side of it was out of COVID. I'm someone, I like, my interests are basically in cooking, like trying new stuff. So I would go to YouTube and then search like several things. Let me try this recipe today, let me do that. And then you're like, no, my home is in a rural setting, so I can't start selling food to people that I'm trying, because now everyone else is cooking in their houses, and it's just like a village. So that wasn't going to work. And on the other side, I earlier served as the youth governor for Bomet County. So I'm like, at least I have a not so bad following on Facebook. So I can actually reach out to people who are around Bomet. Bomet is where I come from, and I can offer now to give a service which is cake. Because most of the time, if you look at like my county, you'd find that the only place you can get cake is in a supermarket, and then it's not as like its design is not as appealing as you would want to, because someone would want to choose their cake design, someone would want a different model of it, and then you're like, now if no one has been able to do that, why don't I come in and do this? I'm sure it's going to be something that people are going to like. And that's how we started now. And then plus again, we were looking at something that's not going to take so much capital while starting it, because you're like, I'm home, there's a fridge at home,
Yeah.
and then you can actually get an oven for as low as 3,000 bob. Like, we were just looking for something that was economical, and thank God for the chamas. Like, you just enter a chama, then you're like, you guys can give me this first month, and then now the rest of the month will be yours. And you're like, yeah, let me now use this amount to do this. And being a student, like, yeah, you need to be economical. Yeah.
So what actually is in someone who thinks that maybe pia wao wamekaa, they have waited on the government, people are waiting on the government to give them jobs, and the government is not doing as much. So what are they supposed to look at before you can decide on something that you can do in terms of a business? What are the specifics that a youth is supposed to look at, or an individual is supposed to look at?
Okay, the first thing, now that you're going to be committing yourself to doing a specific thing for a long time, you consider what you're interested in,
Uh,
what you would love to do, like what you love doing. Just list down everything that you would love doing. Just list down everything that you would love doing,
We lost her there just a little bit. I think we are having a problem with the internet connection, and she's telling us much there about how you can get into a business if you want to start one. And we just lost you there for a little bit. If you're getting us, you can pick up from the question I had asked you. In case someone wants to start a business, what are the specifics that they are actually supposed to be looking at?
Yeah, so as I was saying, for me, basically, I listed what I'm interested in, what I like to do, and then I'm like, how can I translate this into, now what are the opportunities that I have around that are relating with my interests that can actually come through for me. And I was like, this has to be economical, this has to fit into everything. You just resolve in something, because if you're passionate about something, if you have interest in it, you have a vision for it, you're going to put effort. And everything literally needs effort. And when we just started, I'm like, I DM'd all my friends. I'm like, if you're in Facebook, please help me share this thing, help me do this, because that was to help me get a large a larger market audience for the cake business. It's called Fabi Cake and Gift Shop. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And I had a few pictures of that. I don't know if my producer will find time to play them, and they're quite amazing. Uh, and it's actually great work that you're doing there, putting in mind that you are mixing all that with going to class and having to deal with the foundation, and also working with your team on the part of the innovation. Those photos of the cakes, some are there, which my producer will be playing, and that's amazing. Actually, it looks good. That's quite some good work there, and
Thank
one
you.
there for art prize. I think it's part of that competition that you got into.
Yeah.
So I'll just have a last one here on this. part of your business, because we have just a lot that we have to talk about tonight on the various things that you're doing. So, getting into business, is it something that you think can sustain you without having to get into a formal employment after finishing your studies?
Okay, well, the challenge that I'm having right now is that I focused on marketing while I was in Bomet because it was a COVID period, and now that I'm back in school, I have to also like do the marketing part of now of Rongai and Nairobi. And what I did was print posters, then ask my friends from universities around like Nazarene, Choir, and now our school to just put the posters in their hostels so that I can.
We are having a little bit of a hitch, technical hitch there, and we shall be picking that up. But I'm very grateful for the many of you who have tuned in on this International Youth Day into the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ndani kabisa mkubwa, huyo ni Peter George PG Kahugi. Thank you very much, PG. And someone else tuned in is Apiwe from all the way from South Africa. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. Afiwe Alex Onsase, as always, watu hutoka mbali, wacha Simba. Simba anajibamba hapo na bling bling ya milioni 5. I'm tuned in from the Fountain of Knowledge. Where is the Fountain of Knowledge? That is from oh, Foundation of Knowledge. I was just reading something else. That's all the way from Moi University, Negaga. Thank you very much, Mdosi, for tuning into the show. Valerie Abramis, happy Youth Day, though had no idea. Many youth kweli. Well, Val, how old are you? Alex Onsase, tuned in. Shirukim watching from Nax. Leo hatujaambiwa city, sawa sawa. Cleophas Olochis tuned from Nairobi, Kenya. Great to have you. Thank you very much. Karitu Angelica, back. I'm back. Good vibes. Thank you very much, Angie, for tuning into the show. Who else are we having there? Paul Kinuthia, uko wapi? That's Don Jaka, tuned in. Brocord, 5-star. Okay. I'm not getting the vibe. All the way from India, Don, tuned in from Nairobi. Nice show, Sedo. Thank you very much, Jill. Thank you, Val, JL Empire. Thank you, Alex Onsase. Thank you very much. Best Prof, as always. Bila Yesu ni vanity. Don Apple Jaka, lazima tu muingilie Arsenal. Arsenal. Walianza ligi by the way kama bado wako on top. Sijui kama wata trickle down. JL Empire, Viva Kenyan athletes watching. Thank you very much, JL. Loyal Albert is tuned from Moisbridge, Kapkoi. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. Alex Onsase, as always, Best Prof, watching from Nairobi. Happy International Youth Day. I'm the only Jaka in Kenya and India. Happy Youth Day, watching from Kochi, India. Hatuna ubaya mkubwa. Okay, Samuel is saying, nimeingia, hebu KK nisalimie leo nijisikie sukari. Salamu pokea sana Sam. The Millennial Christian, Julie, tuned in. Hey Sedo, and can't wait to hear from Abby. We are still continuing that conversation with Abby. Thank you very much, Julie. Actually, Julie is the one who connected me with the guest we are having tonight. So thank you very much, the Millennial Christian. Susie Wawairimu, keep it up, Abby Chebet. Thank you very much, Susie Wawairimu. We had Susie again from last week. Actually, the Millennial Christian was just connected me with Abby, and Abby connected me with the guest we had last week, and now we are having her again. That's a very long web that will not be ending anytime soon. Thank you. So welcome back. I had asked you a question, and you are winding up on whether you really purpose to continue with it as a business, and you are saying that you are trying to market it up here in Nairobi. How far have you gotten with that?
What we did was print posters, and then from the location where I live, we have several universities and colleges. We have Nazarene, we have Quam, we have Cooperative University, and Multimedia. So I asked my friends to help me put posters in those institutions for me to get the market. So sometimes the challenge that we have is you're getting an order in Bomet, but you're studying in Nairobi. So the vision that I have is that we're going to have physical shops, have physical locations where someone can just easily go without having to factor the distance of when you're not there, you can't get cake. Like it's going to be a continuous thing. And it's actually Fabi Cake and Gift House. So we help people to package their gifts and deliver them for them. So we hope now having a physical location, there's going to be easy coordination, and now opening more branches is what we hope for. Yeah, so we hope it's going to be sustainable.
Yeah, and thank you very much for that. Oh, what other business do you think at that link of universities can survive? Maybe someone is listening and they might be interested to get into something.
We have people delivering food. I think majorly it's food because sometimes when I'm actually like when I'm out of school, like from the school gate, you don't get any other place where you can eat anything up to Rongai. Like it's quite a challenge. If you have something just related to food or maybe secondhand clothes for ladies, I think they easily buy it. Yeah, it could be something to consider.
Thank you, and I hope someone is listening and will want to try that out and make some money out of it. So let's get into this about your foundation, Ladies Heart Foundation. What actually is it about, and what inspired you to get it started?
So the reason why we started Ladies Heart started just as a group. I'm very active in my church. Yeah, and I'm saved. So we started it as a youth group. Like I told my fellow young people in church, why don't we have, because we have people attending Sunday school in large numbers. And then when we get to the youth school stage, most of them have already like dropped out. So we are like,
Yeah.
why don't we now um come in? If you're already in university or in a college, then we come and talk to these who are in primary and high school so that we don't lose them. We have them in consistent numbers, and even hopefully have like the numbers increasing. So with social media posting and you're like, this is my work, showcasing your work, which is something I believe actually matters a lot. More people got interested, and then now having diverse friends. I went to high school in Nyeri, Bishop Gatimu. So the cycle was diverse. People are coming from different places, and everyone would love to impact their society. So we are like, let's come together and have one body for easy coordination and organization, so that at the end of the day, if you're the only one who is interested from your particular location, we can actually come and back you up and transform your society. So that was our vision. So that's how we came up with the Ladies Heart Foundation as an organization, which is basically a platform for people in universities and colleges to be able to transform their societies. So you basically come to your place and help you transform your society so that we all rise up. Yeah.
And how are you able to connect with the different, let's say, the high schools from different locations? Do you have specific locations in which you work from?
Um, okay, for now we are in Bomet County, Nakuru, Nandi, um, Uasin Gishu County, and Nairobi County. So we basically have students from universities and colleges in those locations. And reaching out, we now that we are going like to your specific locality, someone would be like, I'm interested, why don't you come to our school? And then someone else is like, why don't you come to our church? Because we partner with schools, with churches, with community leaders when there are barazas and everything else. So creating such a network has helped build it all. And now the quest for it being sustainable, it means that we just don't do one place and leave. We'll do the place and then we'll come back for the same place so that there's sustainability, and we can actually evaluate growth in a given place. Yeah.
Who are the members of this Ladies Heart Foundation? Like, is it just an aspect where if someone feels like they need to go and visit a certain high school, they come and inform you, or you have a team who are subscribed and someone would want to join it?
So we have a team. We have registered over 100 members. So far, we have like a good number of active people. So what we do, our objectives are based on sustainable development goals of quality education, where we do secondary school and primary school mentorship. And then we have menstrual hygiene, which is part of SDG 6 sanitation. So what we did was we partnered with Kenya Water and Sanitation Board, and we had our members trained on menstrual hygiene so that when people are going to the ground, they have information about what they are going to share. So that way we ensured that our members are trained. And then we had peer counselors as well to talk to people on personal development and outreach. So when we are going to reach out to people, we actually have the knowledge on how to go about it best.
Yeah, and very many people, I know there are very many people have a problem with understanding what SDGs are, that's Sustainable Development Goals, but we shall not get into that. So let's say, for instance, there is someone who wants to join the group. Today, is there still space for someone who wants to join? And if they want to join, do you pick people according to the specific aspects that they are bringing to the team? Let's say someone is good in communication, or someone is a peer counselor, or someone has a specific thing that they can, or a social worker. So do you pick people according to what they bring to the team, and how can someone who wants to join do that? Did you get my question? I think we are having another problem there as a little bit, and I was asking her, just in case any of our audience wants to be part of that. Did you get my question?
Yes. How people can be able to join Ladies Heart. So it's like we have our social media platforms where people can actually reach out to us through that. And then we have the series of training if someone is interested, and then we take them through our objectives and everything. And when reaching out, you actually don't go alone. Like, we are a team. So we go as a team. Yeah, so that doesn't scare people in reaching out to us. And plus, it's an accountability kind of group, and you get to learn. So basically, contact us through our social media platforms.
And the social media platforms that's Ladies Heart Foundation.
Yes, just the Ladies Heart Foundation. Ladies, like LADY apostrophe S.
Yeah, LADY apostrophe S Heart Foundation. We shall be putting that up for those who want to join. And let me say someone is in the newest city in town, the newest city in the city, that's in Nakuru, and you are in Nairobi. They want to, let's say you work as a team, that's what you say. So you are going to a school, let's say you are going to a school in Nyeri, and someone is in Nakuru, you are in Nairobi. Where is the largest number of your team? And do you communicate in a way that you meet up as a team before you go to a specific location?
So once you register as Ladies Heart and express your interest, of course, we have a WhatsApp group that is basically for coordination, and then having now a team that is diverse. Like, I'm not the only one in the team. Around, we'll still have projects taking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And let's say someone is they are not part of the team, but they have a suggestion of a place where they think that your services would actually be able to impact. Maybe they have seen that there is a trend in a certain location where there are so many of the students or pupils who are leaving school early, they leave school early without finishing their studies, and they want you to go and at least be able to impact something to those who are still going to school in that area. Do you pick from someone information from someone who is outside of your team?
Yes, we do. So we have an executive that picks such kind of information. We have project managers. We have specific like line, like we have a project manager. Then we have now people who are in charge of menstrual hygiene specifically. We have people in charge of mentorship
Yes.
specifically. So I'm sure with all and everything, it's easy. We will definitely add it to our calendar of events, and yeah, we will be glad to come to your place and transform. Yeah.
Yeah, and for those who are looking for that social media platform, that's their page there. You can see the kind of work they are doing from their page. That's Ladies Heart Foundation. That's a lot of work you're doing there. It has been shared on your screen. You can see it, and I think we have heard a lot about the foundation, and it's actually a great initiative. Very many kids and teenagers are leaving school because of various circumstances that they themselves either don't understand or they might come up later to regret. And it's great actually to do something to ensure that they do understand why they have to be in school, and on other various things like the menstrual hygiene as well, which is a conversation that everyone is supposed to be part of. And we had that conversation last week with Wairimo, whom you linked me up to. And thank you very much actually for the good work you're doing there. So I think we shall get into another conversation because there is just a lot that you do and that we can talk about. So let's talk about what the project that you are working on. You have come up with a way of managing waste using smart recycling bins. How does that work? And actually, just
Yeah.
from the beginning, what is it all about? We lost you there a little bit, and uh, actually, they are doing a lot of work there. Best Prof saying, Abby is you fluent. Love the show. She's very fluent. Kizungu in a flow. Wellington, Katera, what is the process of joining the group? I think that has been answered. Thank you very much. Kema Kamayo following. Kema, asante sana mkuu kwa kufuatilia show. Wanjiku Martha is present. Wanjiku, thank you very much for tuning in. Wellington, watching live. Thank you. Dixon Ambuti is following. Thank you very much for tuning in. The Millennial Christian is the plug. Endo mini link now at what? Asante sana. Suzy Wairimu, keep it up. Abby Chebet, and thank you very much. So please, we lost you there a little bit. Tell us about
Okay,
these
sorry.
smart recycling bins and the whole project that you people came up with.
Okay, so we are all students of Multimedia University, and our CEO is Eric Monene. I'm one of the co-founders, and I'm in charge of finance from my field. Yeah, I study finance. So about the smart recycling bin, it uses AI and machine learning to be able to distinguish waste, and then it separates it into different compartments, and then it rewards buddies up. Buddies in Latin means green, and then in Italian or whatever it means, you download the app, and then it uses location, Google location, to identify to know where the nearest bin is, and then you sign up, you get access to a unique QR code, which you scan on the bin. Then it opens. When it opens, you put in your liter, and then it's going to take it's going to know the weight of the plastic, like the type of plastic, all those things, and then it will directly reward you. So it's for now it just rewards you for dropping recyclables, but it actually sorts both recyclables and what is not recyclable, and then you can redeem the points for airtime. Yeah, so that's basically how the smart recycling bin works.
Okay, and we didn't get you there. That's your photos that we are running on the screen as we play. That's you and one of your members there at Hot 96 with the legend himself, Jeff Koinange. We didn't get the name of the app because on my side, I think I lost you a little bit. What do you say the app is? And in that process, where do you have specific bins that the app works with, and where are these bins supposed to be located?
Okay, so I'm sorry, the app is called Vadis app. It's Vadis app, which is on Google Play Store. And as I said, you download it, and then you register. You get secure on the other question of the type of bins. We build the bins from scratch. From scratch. It's square. It's cube. Cube. Let me say a cube. So we build the bins. Currently we are piloting at Coca-Cola Beverages Africa in the Embakasi plant, where the workers are bringing recyclables from home, and then they get rewarded with points that they redeem at the cafeteria. So we are still working on building more bins for our schools, government agencies, our nearest apartments near you, and hopefully be all over. Is because of safety. It uses an engine and has a backup solar that is used for now the energy. Now how that whole aspect of how the bin works.
Yes, and you have
And
a
then
deal
from
with
our
Coca.
end, it has we have.
Yes,
Oh
thank you.
yeah, we are piloting currently at Coca-Cola. Sorry, we are
That's
currently piloting.
very nice.
Thank you.
That's 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 very nice actually. And tell us about the journey, the whole journey of, because I'm aware that it's part of our competition. Uh, that work is part of our competition. Tell us about the whole journey, where you have gotten to, and you also told me that you are getting the competition up to the international level, and you are headed all the way to the United Kingdom. So tell us how the journey has been of that competition.
Okay, so we participated in Health Prize. Most people, if you're in a campus or something, there's always Health Prize club in your university. You can join, or an ACTAS, yeah, any of those. So we started with on campus, where we competed with teams in MMU, and then they're only picking one team to proceed for the regionals, which was the best team. And since we were the best team, we proceeded to the regionals. So the regionals is basically cities in different continents where teams now from the different universities compete from. So early March, yeah, the whole of March, we were participating in the regionals, which were being held in Malaysia. But because of COVID, it was virtual and everything. We had more than 66 teams from Asian countries and African countries, like such kind of it. And yeah, God was faithful enough. We were the best, and we proceeded to the accelerator. So to the accelerator, kuna digital accelerator and the accelerator. So digital was basically online, and then from the 66 teams from all the regionals, they pick the best 25 to now proceed to the real accelerator in the UK. Yeah, and that's where we are right now. Hopefully, we will believe it soon. Yeah, God willing.
Yeah, actually, what you're doing is
Yeah.
great, and I do believe that you shall go past that because it's a great innovation, and cleaning of the environment is actually something that the whole world is rooting for. So I don't see no way that it's going to be stuck. And can you tell us, you are part of a team. What role are you playing on that team in regards to that whole project?
Okay, so as a finance student, I'm working on the business module part of it and the e-commerce part of it, of rewarding points and everything. So that's where I work. So everyone else, depending on what they study, brings something to the table. A communications person, we have someone who's good in AI, someone who's good with websites, like all those kind of things. So we're all combining efforts.
It's an interesting thing actually. So someone gets rewarded points for getting rid of trash.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be interesting. So do you have, and I'm actually trying to think of how the whole aspect would work. Uh, are you aiming at placing these bins in specific areas where everyone can access them, and how far can it be from, let's say, one's place of where they live, and how will someone get to that bin? Because it's something that's using technology, and around here things that to do with technology, there is the whole aspect of vandalism as well. So what is the plan that you are having in mind?
Um, so we included the aspect of location and maps to the app. So basically, when we put locations now, for now we are aiming at having them in petrol stations, apartments, and in government offices. I mean, schools, institutions, such kind of places where you can easily access and they can easily be monitored for safety. Yes, so the app will help you locate the nearest bin.
Yes, that aspect of the petrol station, is it an instance like someone buys a soda and then they throw it there, or is it a full trash place where someone can walk with their trash from the house, abebe takataka yote anaenda nayo kwa petrol station na kuja kuachilia hapo? Is it that aspect, or it's an aspect of something that someone has bought on the way?
No, you can actually carry it maybe in your car or in your bag or something when you take a drink. The idea behind having them in petrol stations is because of the assumption that they are easily accessed. Like you'll find accessed. They're easily
Yeah.
accessed and you can get them anytime. Yeah, with shops and everything, traveling, kila kitu.
Well, we have had an awesome conversation here, and I'm seeing that time is really moving, not so much on our side, and there is so much that we could have talked about. So, just to finish up, where do you see this project heading in the future?
We're currently hoping to have more smart recycling bins, and we hope in the next like 2 years or something, we will have most of maybe the companies, brands everywhere to have adapted the smart recycling aspect of it, so that we're going to avoid global warming that we are clearly like heading to if we don't conserve our environment. We will avoid so much of dust
Yes. We lost you a little bit, and we shall be picking a few of the final comments, and then we come for your last word as we finish the show, because I can see time is not really on our side. Two-Wheeler Diaries, you are an inspiration to the youth. That's Two-Wheeler Diaries. Uh, any other comments we are having? My producer there, Wanjiku Martha is present. Thank you very much, Wanjiku Martha, for tuning in. JL Empire, raising the bar in the sky. That's a comment there from JL Empire. That is, I think, the final comments that we are having. And just your final comment as we wind up. Your final word. Yeah.
So I believe in the impact of spaces that we are in. Like people you associate with will so much determine what you're going to do. So be in spaces where people are doing great things, and they'll definitely influence you to do something and make our country better. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming up to the show, and thank you very much for those of you who have tuned in. See you next week, same time, same place, and we shall be taking this commercial break as we finish up. Remember, we told you that if you want to advertise with us, you can contact us on our platforms or on the contacts that we shall be running for you later on, or you can get us through our inbox on our social media, IG at the underscore alternative underscore voice on Instagram, the alternative voice on Facebook. Give us your information and bring us that deal. We are very cheap, actually. We do you a promo here at a very friendly price. Thank you very much, and let's leave here with this. There is a comment there finally from Angelica Caritu. Wow, Abby, this is great. Keep it up. You are such an inspiration. She has a beautiful hair too. That's a comment there from Angie. Thank you very much, Angie, for tuning in to the show. Joseph Odiwar is saying the scope of this in initiative, I think, in the next 5 years. Amazing duty. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. And we finish it at that as we head into this commercial end of the break. Thank you.
Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. We welcome you to Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. We are mobile cleaning experts and we come to you. Our services include pressure wash, steam wash, snow foam and gentle hand wash, wheel and rim cleaning, tire shine, engine and body wash, vacuum, carpet cleaning and much more. We apply encapsulation method to attack all forms of dirt and debris, which guarantee you the best results. We are consistent on quality services at affordable prices. Book an appointment now. You can call, text, DM or WhatsApp 0710 587 285 and we will come to you. All payments will be made via M-Pesa. Follow us now on our social media platforms at Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. Mtaani Quick Auto Spa. We come to you.